Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour view are going to be a couple laser levels from Cigman. I've got my lighting changed a little bit so it may look different. You may have some more shadows. I'm doing that so you'll be able to see the lasers a little bit clearer in the video in a little while. So today we're going to look at the CM-S01 and also the CM505. They did send me both of these out. They asked me if they could send me this, and then they went ahead and sent me one of these, and I told them they could send me two of this one if they wanted to do a giveaway, and they decided they'd send me two different products and I could just give away one of the two of those. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video and have some stuff in the description as well. But I really like Cigman's laser levels. I feel like for the price and for the size, this is actually the one I've been running. It is the CM-701. I've got a video for this one quite some time ago. They sent me this one out too, but this one stays in my truck all the time, and I love it because of the size of it. It fits in my pack-out drawers perfectly. So this is just my quick grab laser level. I take it in and out of places just for really quick stuff if I don't want to get out my whole entire Bosch where I've got all the adapters to hook it onto grid sealing and all those things. But sometimes I just need to, throw up a level line, throw up a plumb line, whatever it is. This one's worked really well for me, so I decided I wanted to try this one out. And again, I think this one right here for the price has got some really nice features, and it might be one that you want to look into. But let's go ahead and jump into these laser levels. So let's start out by talking about the CM505. This one is going to run you basically, it's $80 regular price on Amazon, but it's got a $20 off coupon right now, so $60. And I think that is the key thing on this one as we look at it. It's not got all the features and the functions of the three-plane, the CM-S01 that we're going to look at. But coming in at 60 bucks, what you get with it, I feel like it's a pretty good bargain. And again, the fact that I've had good luck out of these laser levels, it makes me have confidence that this one's going to be okay as well. So let me go ahead and talk about this stuff before we get into the laser so I can kind of get it out of the way. One thing that you get with it is also a Cigman tripod. It's just your standard, typical, camera tripod. It's got adjustable legs right here that you can bring out and lift and lower things. It's got your swivel base so you can turn it. So again, you could take your laser level, put it on there, use it in that way. You can see it here fully extended with that laser on it if you want to get a feel for what that's going to look like. And again, you're getting all that for $60. Not that bad of a price. Also, inside that box, you get a case. It's like a canvas case for that tripod if you want to store it in there and stow it away. It gives you like a little sling handle to put on that if you want to use it for that. Other than that, in that box, you're going to get the user manual, a USB-C cable. It does charge USB-C. Right here you can see, if we open this deal up, you can see it is USB-C right there. And again, you're going to see some shadows in this video because I want it to be a little bit darker for whenever we get into the lasers. Then you also get this case here. Inside that case, there is this one accessory. So this is the other accessory that you get with this. It's got magnets back here on the back side. And then it also, you can open this up, swivel it to different angles, tighten that down, and then put your laser on there. Of course, it's going to almost have to always be at the 90-degree mark unless whatever you're mounting it to metal is not 90, because this thing self-levels itself. It's only going to work at, you got to be kind of close. You don't have to be perfectly level, but you got to be somewhat level. But I could actually see this being useful in filming with my phone for cameras, but this would be pretty useful in commercial settings where you've got metal door frames. You could always have something to mount this to. You're going to get that 360-degree laser line for level, but then you also got the plumb line that you could move around the room. So it's not the most robust accessory, but I think it's a pretty good functioning accessory that's going to work fairly well. And again, you're also getting that case that is a foam-fitted case. Stick the laser in there, zip that up. Pretty compact. You can see it there in my hand. So it's not a bad size at all for that. Other than that, that's pretty much it on everything that you're going to get with it. Now let's talk about what the laser does. So the level itself has a few different features. One of them is it has 4 small magnets on the bottom, as well as that like tripod adapter right there. And so those little magnets, you could put it on anything metal, but it's going to have to be on something flat, like it's, because this laser level is meant to be in this position to work with everything, with the pendulum to set itself self-level and all that. Because if I turn it on, it's going to be fine there. But if I turn it this way, it's always never going to really level itself because it's not meant to be that way. So even though it's got magnets on the bottom, I guess that's really just for stability. If you want to stick it on something metal so that if somebody kind of bumps it, maybe it won't move. But other than that, the magnets are fairly decent at least. It does stick onto that fairly well if that's something that you want to use. And then outside of that, you just have 2 features mainly on this one. You've got the 360 degrees level line that goes 100% around. You can possibly see it over there on my Klein mug. And then you also get this vertical plumb line right here in the front that as you spin that around, you'll see that laser kind of work its way on my wall. Now, right now it's on that tool sign coming over to the Klein mug. So now I've got a point there as well, like a crosshair. So I've got my level line. I've also got a plumb line. So for the most part, you'll be able to do quite a bit of things with this laser for 60 bucks again. It also has a brightness feature right here where you can adjust the brightness to save your battery life. So I can press that in. You can kind of see that dim. That's probably the lowest. So there's the most. And then I'm dimming down to that's the lowest setting right there. Can still see that fairly well, but maybe you're somewhere and you need it to be brighter and you don't care if you use your battery or not. You can always pump it up to that brightest level. I feel like this laser is just as bright again as my high-end lasers. So main features on it: 360 degrees level line in a circle all the way around the room, and then also a plumb line. I feel like this one's easier to spin for that plumb line than maybe a 3-plane laser is, because it basically, you know, feels like a Coke can in your hand. It's kind of what it looks like. But overall, again, a pretty good one. I think for the price, that's the key feature on this one, is that $60 price tag with that coupon. You're getting a, you know, tripod, a laser level that will do 360 degrees, and then a plumb line, because a lot of them you'll get a crosshair, and you still have to spin this one for level all the way around the room. But the fact that you're getting 360 degrees is pretty nice on this one. But that's the CM505. Now let's talk about the CM-S01. So on the CM-S01, again, it's very much like my CM-701, except for the price. The price on this one's going to run you $140, whereas the CM-701 is $159 with the $40 coupon. So it comes in at $120. So $20 more for this one, but it looks like it's the same size. It looks like it's got all the same features. What's the difference? What are you getting for the $20 more? It is basically something that works with your Bluetooth app, or with Bluetooth using an app on your phone. Other than that, it's pretty much the same exact thing. It's the same case that came with my CM701, all the same pieces. You're going to get this little rotating plate right here, so you can sit there and, you know, spin your laser in 360 degrees on there as you've got it mounted on there. So if I was to put this on here, and again, you could probably go back and watch my CM701 video and see all this stuff. It's basically, again, the same exact laser as that one. You're just spending $20 more for the Bluetooth feature more than anything. So again, if I've got it on there, I can now take this and micro adjust that vertical, or the plumb line back there, spin that around. All my vertical lines are now spinning around in a circle as I turn that. So it's kind of a micro adjustment, works fairly decent. So you do get that accessory. The other one, a lot like the one on the CM505, except for it doesn't have an angle adjustment. You do get these two magnets here, but you can also put a screw into a stud or whatever it is and put that on the wall, mount your laser on that. Use that in that way. Again, same with these. That's really the difference a lot of times between spending $150 on a laser and then also spending $400 on a laser. The lasers still perform quite well. It's typically these accessories that kind of fall a little bit short with that. But again, they're not bad for the price that you're paying. USB-C cord, same as all the other ones. This one charges USB-C back here on the back side. You can see that there, and you can also use it while you're charging it. So you can always basically plug this laser in and continue using it while it's charging. Again, that is a super nice feature. You get a user manual, also the green target card. This is the same target card that you get with all these lasers on Amazon. Not the best in the world by far. Milwaukee's, I've got a video for the Milwaukee one, worth every penny. If you use your 3-plane laser very much, go buy yourself some Milwaukee target cards. You will not be mad about that. And you get this case, you know, that all of it fits in nice and snug if you want to use that and put that in there. Again, I store mine in my Milwaukee pack out drawers. Fits in there perfect. That's how I use that. But that's everything you get in the box. Again, $140 price tag. Very good laser as far as accuracy. I love the compact size. That's what you get in the box for the $140. But let's talk about the app and what all it does. So when we look at this laser, again, that Bluetooth feature right there, that's the main difference between this one and the CM701. Other than that, it's pretty much exactly the same. Same size. Looks very much the same. I mean, it's got a slightly different look. If I turn it on, I've got my cross line right there. If I turn this plumb line here, this vertical over there. I've got a cross line there, also one here. If I put my hand up back here, I'd also have one on this far wall and another one towards me. So you're basically getting a point laser with a 3-plane laser. You're also getting a square, all 4 squared off corners. So if you need to run something square, you can use one of these quadrants for that. So like I've always said, a 3-plane laser does basically anything that you're going to need it to be. It's all the lasers combined in one. The only thing you could do is step up and get a 4-plane laser and get you another thing on the bottom if you need a lower level. But also you have a point over here. So it's basically like having a plumb bob. So from this cross line right here, if I get up to the ceiling, maybe I can get that in the frame if I scoot it back on my board. I don't think I can get that in there. Go back a little farther maybe. If you can see that. You can see that other cross line right there. Hopefully it's still in the frame. So it's a plumb bob from up there to here. So if you're needing to run something up on the ceiling to a specific location, you can mark it out on the floor and then use that point right there as the mark on the floor. Transfer that up to your ceiling. Again, it's really nice. So again, it's got all the same features of a 3-plane laser. Every single 3-plane laser you're going to look at is going to have those same things. So how does the Bluetooth work on this one? If I open up my phone and I get onto the Cigman app, you can see that there. We're going to press that. I am going to connect to my laser. Press connect button there. Does it super fast. Basically, you have several different things in here. You can change the language. You can contact Cigman. Product Center if you want to look for accessories and things like that. Those are all things you could look into if you want to. Remote control is what we're looking for. So you don't have a physical remote control. It's planned to be used with Bluetooth. I can open that up. We can see that I've got all my lasers are on. And then also it's got a brightness setting right here. So if you look at the brightness over here on the blue box, I can now change that by lowering my brightness, raising it up. So again, if you want to save battery life, and then also sometimes you just need a laser that's not as bright. It's very rare, but every now and then it's just something you need for a certain situation. So you can basically just dial in your brightness to whatever you want to. You can also turn on and off all the lines. You notice it also has an extra button down here because they do sell a 4-plane version as well. But I can basically turn off each line. I just turned off that vertical line. I just turned off my other vertical line. And now you can see my horizontal one right there. I'm going to turn that off as well. Actually, no, you cannot. So that was a question that I knew I'd get asked. So I wanted to make sure and show this to you guys, because one thing that was asked on other lasers that had a remote is, can I turn it off? So you can see I can only basically have either 1 on, 2 on, or 3 on. There's no way for me to turn off all 3. When I go to turn off the 3rd one, it turns on all the lasers. So basically you cannot turn off every laser. I'm not sure why they don't want you to do that, but that's been the case with even the remote controls and stuff that I've used on other lasers in the past. But that's what that does. But one workaround to that is with your brightness, if I turn it all the way down, it's still on, because of course you're using Bluetooth with it. You can see the power is on. Maybe if I scoot it over here, you can see that it's red right now because it's not level, but I've got 4 bars. But if you're somewhere and you just need to turn your laser off for a few minutes because you're marking something with a pencil or looking at something and your laser's kind of overshadowing it and you just want to turn it off, you could either turn off that one specific one, or again, you could just adjust the brightness up and down and turn it all the way down if you wanted to go off. But both these lasers have been good. Again, that's the key difference between this one and that one. $20 more if you think using this app, controlling your level in this way is something that would be useful to you. It's definitely worth $20 more. And if not, if you think you'd never use it, you might as well save $20, because to me it's the same exact laser level between the CM-S01 and then also the CM-701. But yeah, guys, that is the Cigman CM-S01 and also the CM505. I feel like for, again, the price, I've been running my CM701 for quite some time. Use it probably more often than any laser that's in my truck. Had 0 issues with it. I absolutely love the fact that they're USB-C charging. And not only that, you can actually charge them while you're using them. So there's never that worry of, oh, my batteries are dead. I don't have battery replacements, or I got to charge my battery for one that uses like tool type batteries or something like that. Really like it for that. And again, it's been just as accurate as any other laser level that I've used. And then I feel like this one right here, the CM505, if you come in at $60 after the coupon and you're getting a tripod and a 360-degree, level line along with the plumb line, magnetic base bottom, all the stuff that goes along with that, I feel like that's a pretty good deal as well. So I want to again thank Cigman for sending these out. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am going to give one of these away, and I am going to give away the Cigman CM-S01. That's the 3-plane version. I'm giving that one away more particularly because I've already got one. Works well for me. There's no sense in me keeping 2 of them, and I figure this one's going to be more useful for somebody out there because that 3-plane to me, again, is the best laser other than maybe a 4-plane that you can possibly have. You can do everything that you want to with it. But on that giveaway, unfortunately, I am going to limit this one to the lower 48 just because of the size of the package, and it has those lithium-ion batteries inside of it. You know, if I went to go ship this to somewhere overseas or something like that, with it having all that in there and it being a big package, it's going to cost me probably 2 to 3 times as much as what this thing cost you just to buy it yourself, and I just don't feel like that's a good use of, you know, funds and things like that. So I do appreciate them sending it out. I hate that I'm not going to offer this one to everybody, but in some cases I'm going to have to do that just because the expense of what it would cost to ship to someone just doesn't make sense. But again, if you want to get in this, you're in the lower 48, all you've got to do is comment down below, put the hashtag Cigman inside of that comment as well, and I will do a random comment generator in a live on a certain date. I'll put those kind of details in the description below. And again, if you don't have that hashtag, I'm going to assume that means you didn't want to be in on the drawing, so I will keep drawing until I find somebody with that hashtag. So make sure that you put that in there. But again, I want to thank them for sending this out. If you've got either one of these, let us know in the comments below how you feel about them, how they've been working for you. Also, let me know in the comments below which one of these 2 do you feel like would be the best fit for you. Just curious on that myself. But I hope this video was useful in some way. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.